Are you thinking about moving to the Inland Empire and you're considering Rancho Cucamonga as the place to be? Well, I'm going to give you some pros and cons that you definitely need to know before you make that move. So let's get into it. Maybe the number one thing you definitely want to consider is the cost to buy or rent. Here in Rancho Cucamonga, prices are more expensive. Compared to the average price in the area, this is the area I'm talking about, homes are about 10% more expensive. So right now the average price is about $650 in the Inland Empire. The west side of the Inland Empire, Rancho Cucamonga, is higher. And there's some big reasons. There's some good reasons why it's more expensive. When it comes to renting, same deal. You're gonna find you can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for less money if you don't pick Rancho Cucamonga. But if you wanna live here, yeah, you're gonna have to pay that price. Now, why is that? Well, that's one of the cons. It's more expensive, but here's some of the pros. The neighborhoods are newer and like the landscaping, a lot more manicured. I mean, you rarely do you see a home not well kept. Everyone in the neighborhoods are cutting their lawns, maintaining their houses. Now, yeah, you're gonna find some random ones, but I drive through these neighborhoods, checking out these properties all the time. When you get to a nice neighborhood, you're driving by a lot of nice houses that are super well kept. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the community. You're paying for your neighbors to also maintain their properties. So a newer home means that you're gonna have less issues. That means that roof is good, the foundation is probably done with new updated building codes for the most part. Now you can buy an older home that wasn't taken care of or a new home that wasn't taken care of, and then you're gonna have a bunch of problems as well. So if you do buy something, absolutely definitely get it inspected by a quality inspector. And if you need any referrals, I can let you know who I use, some of the best people in the area on what to look out for when you actually do your home inspection. Just give me a call and I'm here to help you out. My name is Oscar Pinto. I'm a real estate agent here in the Inland Empire. And if you're thinking of making a move out here, go ahead and give me a call, text, email. I love getting your phone calls. I got your back. I'll be able to provide you with the best deals before they hit the market, helping you beat out buyers to the best properties. And if you want more info on what it is to live out here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now, not all of Rancho Cucamonga is the same. It goes all the way up to the foothills. It starts out from like 4th Street and then goes all the way up to the mountains. And going through that area, there is that Metrolink train. And there are some homes that are built right alongside warehouses, right alongside that train. So in the morning time, yeah, you're gonna hear that horn going by. If you live in that neighborhood, then hopefully you have some really good windows that can block out that noise. But yeah, that train, you're gonna hear it, and maybe sometimes some people say they even feel it, you know, the vibrations of it as well. In Rancho Cucamonga, you're also gonna find a lot of warehouses, and they bump up against residential neighborhoods. So some neighborhoods, you're right next to a warehouse. What does that mean? That means more truck activity, noise pollution, air pollution, things like that. The thing is that we all get everything that we get it off of trucks anyway. So it's kind of, you got to deal with it. Other neighborhoods around here have to deal with the same thing, like Ontario, Fontana, Rialto. Yeah, this is a big warehouse, lots of warehouses here. If you go to other cities, you'll have less of that. Upland, Claremont, Eastvale. Although Eastvale does have some more, but you know, where is Rancho Cucamonga actually located? Well, I'm going to pull up the map here and you're going to see where it is in relation to Los Angeles, Huntington Beach, which is the closest beach, also the mountains, and also to Las Vegas. So yeah, you're further away than other cities to the beach area, but you are closer to mountain resorts like Big Bear and Mountain High and Mount Baldy, and you're also closer to Vegas as well. It's about a 3-hour drive. Now, if you live in Los Angeles, you're going to see that it's about a 4-hour drive to Vegas. Or most people now, luckily, are able to go to Ontario Airport, which is about 15-20 minutes, depending on where you live. You live in the foothills, a little bit longer, but if you're in the general Rancho Cucamonga area, it's about 20-minute drive, 15-minute drive with no traffic to Ontario Airport, and then you could take like a $60 flight to Vegas. So, and that for about 30 minutes. That's how long it takes to get there. Now, if you want to go out to Palm Springs, that's another tourist destination. If you live here, you also have that ability to do that as well. It's not too far away. I think it's like 2 hours or something. So now we talked about price, location a bit. A pro about living in Rancho is that the high schools here are top notch. 9 out of 10. Los Osos has 9 out of 10. In that high school, you probably have your best chance of getting to an Ivy League than any other public school in the area. Now, once you drive up, let's say Archbold, Haven, and you get closer to the foothills, that's where you really see a lot of amazing views. Some of these homes have spectacular views of the entire valley, and those are those $1 million homes that you see. You know, 5,000 square feet, 3,000 square feet homes. These are big giant homes with big land, and you have these amazing views. So that's something that you won't be able to find in those ones that are in those towns that are in the valley. Like, let's talk about Ontario, Eastvale, Montclair, Chino. You don't get those views like you get in Rancho or the other foothill communities, Upland, even Fontana as well. Even I sold a house in San Bernardino, and they had amazing views because they were closer up to that foothill. And like I said, where it's located, you are closer to the mountain resorts. So during the winter time, you want to go skiing, you drive to the ski resorts. When you're done, you come back. No snow, you don't have to worry about it. I think that's very unique that you're able to drive through the snow, hang out there, enjoy it, come back, and then you're out of the snow. And then about an hour later, again, with no traffic, depending on the time of day, you could actually be at the beach. You could actually enjoy the beach and the snow on the same day. I really don't know who actually does that because it's either really cold at the beach when there's snow around, or during the summertime, there's no snow and, you know, it's nice at the beach. But if that's something that you wanted to do, then you could do that as well. So another con that some people don't seem to like is that when the city was being developed, a lot of tract homes were being built. So I'm not too familiar with what tract homes were when I first came out here, when I moved from New York. But what happens is these builders, they buy a huge plot of land. We're talking about maybe 10, 20 acres, and they build 100, 200 homes. And a lot of the homes look exactly the same. Now, I mean, they're not exactly the same, but they're like mirror image. I mean, check out this community that I drove by, and you can see they're typically all the same color. They all have the same type of roof. They're all about the same shape. There's no personality. Now, some people don't like that. They want to have a very unique home. And some of these homes are in these homeowners association communities where there's these rules where you just can't paint it whatever color you want. It has to be approved. And if you're in a community that says, no, we just want earth tones, then you got to pick one of the earth tone colors, right? So, if you're deciding to move out here and you want to know which community fits what you're looking for, again, give me a call. I'll be able to guide you in the right direction. Now, I like these tract homes. I mean, a home is a home. I don't really care what my neighbor does. I don't care what their house looks like. It could be great. It could be the same. It doesn't matter. I want to know what mine looks like. And believe it or not, these homes look pretty good. They have a nice backyard to just hang out. They have nice front yards. I mean, I think a lot of them are well done. Some of these newer, smaller communities, you don't have that much of a backyard because those communities, they say, well, we're going to give everyone the same giant backyard with like a pool and a playground. So your small private backyard is supplemented by the common area space. Now, that's something that may work for you, may not. It all depends on exactly what you're looking for, what's important to you. Now, another pro, the last pro that we're going to talk about, and then we'll get to the last con, which is probably important to a lot of people, but the last pro that we're talking about is that there is some awesome shopping going on here in Rancho Cucamonga. They have this outdoor mall called Victoria Gardens, and it's like a little Main Street. They even have a street called Main Street, and the facades in the front make it look like if you are in maybe like an old town, type of community. So you have all these shops that you can walk by. They have a bunch of events. They put up a big tree. You can hang out there. There's an open space area. It's free parking. And now there's some areas, there's some townhomes that are actually walking distance. So if you're fortunate enough to be across the street from Victoria Gardens, you just walk on over. I mean, they have tons of shops. It's huge, tons of restaurants. They're always doing some type of special event there. I think it's a big driver. There's a Bass Pro Shop, which in and itself is an experience. It's almost like a mini zoo with all these type of, all this type of activities that they have. So Victoria Gardens is a big plus for Rancho Cucamonga. They are also developing Central Park. It's a pretty big green space, big open space for everyone to enjoy. They are developing it. They have some plans for it. We're still waiting to see how it turns out. But I like how the town is taking care of its community. The last con we're going to talk about, and this may be a big one, it may affect you more than anything, is that there are no professional sport teams here in this area. They have a nice arena the Toyota Arena that's in Ontario. Some professional teams do play there during off season. I know the Kings practice there. You do have some concerts, but professional sports teams, they're not. Now there are the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. That stadium, it's like a 2-tiered stadium. It's really nice, big open space. It's a big open area. It's not a giant stadium. You can park. I think the last time I went, I paid like $10 in parking, but that was a couple of years ago. You are really close to the action, but again, I think they're like I think they're a minor league baseball team. They have the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. It's a minor league baseball team for the LA Dodgers. So you may see some pro ball players, if they're rehab or doing something like that. You might see them practice there or play there. There's no professional football team. You're gonna have to go to LA or Vegas for that. Basketball teams, there's the B League, the Ontario Clippers. That's their B League. There's that. But other than that, yeah, and there's also no major college teams as well. So some towns don't have a professional team, but they have a college team that they could follow. Yeah, that doesn't exist here. They have some great colleges like Pomona College, Claremont McKenna. That's awesome. Inside Rancho Cucamonga, there is Chaffee Community College, but again, there's no Division I teams. So if you're into sports and you really want to see some pro players, yeah, just know you're gonna have to drive to LA or Vegas or Anaheim to be able to see some pro teams. So I hope this information you found helpful, and if you need any more, you want to get any more details of it, again, give me a call. Say, hey Oscar, I'm thinking of moving down there. I have a few questions. I love getting your phone calls. Go ahead and reach out. Here's my info. I'll talk to you guys later.